and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, or LV Handcrafted here on YouTube. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you're doing well. Today I am crafting with the new Showered with Love collection put out by Spellbinders, and this collection has been designed by Vicky. I really cannot pronounce her last name, and I do not want to insult her by trying. I'll just say Vicky P. She is a fabulous designer. She has her own YouTube channel, and I love watching her channel. She does a lot of art journaling as well, and I love that too. So this, I'm starting off with a panel of, okay, so I made the mistake of, I thought this was just plain white cardstock. It's actually my special glimmer paper that I'm ink blending on. Oh my, I really should label these things because that paper is, I've recently learned, really super fabulous for glimmering, and as it turns out, fantastic for ink blending as well, but so are other papers and other cardstock. So I should have known when I felt it because it felt super smooth, but so too is my hammer mill paper, and that's the general paper that, or cardstock, that I use for, you know, ink blending and whatnot, and so I couldn't immediately tell, but I knew after I die cut into this, because the glimmer paper, I think it has materials in there more than just paper fiber. And I have a sandwich combination that I use that is a little bit, there's not quite as much pressure as your standard plate combination, which I like because I feel like that's a little bit easier on my mats, and most dies, you know, cut just fine even with the less tight pressure. But with glimmer paper, I do feel like I need the standard combination, and that's when I realized I picked up the wrong paper to ink onto. So this is a little bit of a mistake. Obviously, it turned out just fine. It's just a more expensive paper stock than I meant to use. But this die set that I'm working with here is called Raining Hearts, and it's fabulous because it's got two die plates that cut out different raindrop designs. So the one that I used is an actual raindrop. The other one looks like falling hearts, which I think is really sweet and so perfect for Valentine's Day coming up, but for other occasions too. I just think it's a very sweet die set, and you do get some sentiments as well. You get the hello word and yay with an exclamation mark, and you have the word die, but then you also have the bubble layer or the shadow layer to go along with the words. So I think that's fabulous. My what I'm gonna do to back this panel that I've cut into, that I've ink blended and cut into, is I have this gorgeous iridescent mirror card by Tonic. It's so, I should stop hoarding it because it's fabulous. I really should just use it more and then just buy more when I run out. But I want to save as much of this as possible. So what I'm doing is I'm positioning this arch die. This is actually a nested arch die from Spellbinders, and it fits perfectly within here. So that's another idea in terms of if you're looking to kind of layer onto this, this arch really, it fits that curvature of the raindrops really well. But I used it so that I can cut my iridescent mirror card and have a little piece left over that I can use on a different project, just to save that mirror card, and you know, that part's gonna get covered anyway, so no point in wasting it on this card if I can save it for the next card. The lovely thing about the mirror card is that it has that iridescent finish. So as you're looking at it and tilting it in the light, you're going to see different colors of the rainbow come through, which I absolutely love. Then we have this die set here that I'm working with, which is really, really fun. So it has this really large umbrella, and there are lots of different patterns and designs that you can use as the design of your umbrella. So I think that's really cool because you have so many different options there. And it's called, what you're looking at on my storage sheet is just the umbrella, but the die set is actually called Umbrella Bloom because there are several floral dies as well. They just happen to be on the back of this sheet, and I won't be using them on this card, but there are some really lovely florals that you can use, and it really goes well with the whole idea of springtime. So, you know, April showers bringing May flowers, so you can kind of combine those two motifs with this one die set, which I think is really lovely. I've picked, so you can kind of get a sense, there's four different patterns that you can create with the various dies that you can layer on top of your umbrella. And what I really love about this is that they've given us a die to represent the back half of the umbrella, but seen from the inside, this dark one here. So I love that attention to detail. I think that's really, really fabulous. And the umbrella handle also has different dies that you can layer on the actual handle piece and the tip, or that top portion of the umbrella. So I really love all of that detail. I think it's really fabulous. And so when you begin to layer all of these pieces, it just really all looks very 3D, very realistic, and has a lot of fabulous detail to it. So you've got, you can make a striped umbrella, you can do sort of a polka dot umbrella, you can do more of a plain one if you want, where there's just the three panels, or you can do what I have here, which I'm sort of almost making it almost like a beach umbrella, where there's different tones of purple. And all of these cardstocks are from Spellbinders as well, and I love their cardstock collection because, well, for one, I love that it's 100 pounds, so I can actually use it as card bases, but also because they have different colorways, and in each colorway, there's usually at least three, like a light, a mid, and a dark, just like you see here. And some of the colorways have more than just three sort of shades or tones within that color spectrum. So I really, really love that. And so I'm just alternating light and mid, and I've used the dark as the sort of the back layer, sort of the inside of the umbrella. And if you look at the raindrops, there's actually a well, you can position it anywhere you want, to be honest, but when you look at the raindrop pattern really closely, there's actually one area that has a little kind of like a little it's a raindrop that doesn't look quite uniform. and the reason is because it's actually rolling off of the umbrella. So rolling off of the edge of the umbrella. And so that's what I use as my registration point in some respects. So that's the point where I lined up the edge of that end of the umbrella. And then it really looks like the rain, because there are some raindrops that look like they're bouncing back up, meaning they're bouncing off of the umbrella. And so if you find that one that one raindrop that looks funny, that doesn't look like a teardrop shape, or it doesn't look like the reverse teardrop of it bouncing up, then you can kind of find that exact position where that needs to go, where the umbrella needs to go to make it look like the raindrops are actually hitting the umbrella. And this is where I discover it. It's under my right index finger. So it's just that corner, the right corner of the umbrella, the right bottom corner of the umbrella is where that registration mark is. I did lose footage of me actually gluing these raindrops here, but I'm showing you the idea here where the raindrops that fell out of the inky panel, I'm actually going to use those and glue them to the bottom. So it has this really neat effect where there's, you know, the iridescent rain at the top, and then towards the bottom where it's lighter, I'm going to add the raindrops that fell out of my inky panel and use those as additional accents. This stamp set is so perfect for to go along with this collection. It's actually not part of the collection. It's a previous release that was actually, I think it was on super sale, because this was part of the last order that I put in during, I can't remember the name of the sale, but it's called Cute Boots, and it was super, super marked down. And knowing that I had this Showered with Love set to craft with, I decided to get that one as well, because I didn't get the stamps that are part of the Showered with Love collection, so I thought it would be great to show you maybe mixing something that you may already have in your stash with this new collection as well. But of course, if you were interested, there are stamp sets that go along with this collection. So there's one that's I've Got You Covered. That's the it's both a stamp and die set, so you'll get coordinating dies that go along with it. So that's really wonderful, and it's got some great sentiments to match the theme. And once I clear off some stray marks here, again, like I mentioned, I did lose what happened actually, I didn't lose footage. I just thought I was hitting record, but I was stopping, and I stopped when I thought I was recording. So that's what happened with that. But you can see on my final card where I've used those drops from what fell out of my inky panel above. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this card, and if you did, please consider liking, commenting, and sharing. And if you're a subscriber to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you haven't already subscribed, then I hope you'll consider subscribing so you get notifications whenever I post new videos to my channel. Thanks again. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.